Hey friends, thanks for joining me here at lookUP Devotions and Encouragement. Today's message is one that has blown my mind, and I don't know if it will do the same for you, but I wanted to share. So the word salvation is used primarily in churches about the process with which you accept Christ, the gift of salvation, the gift of grace and love comes from Jesus Christ. These are things we know. Well, I was reading my devotional a couple nights ago, and I promise you, this really kind of rocked my world. The verse was from Acts 4, verse 12. Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we must be saved. Let me say that again, because I know when I speak, sometimes you don't hear it all. Salvation, which is the word we're talking about today, is found in no one else. For there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we must be saved. That's in Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Now, y'all know my love for Lisa Turkhurst, and you know my love for devotionals. So in the devotional I was reading, it says this verse as part of like day 30 of devotion. So we've been going at this specific devotional book for 30 days. And I thought, what's kind of weird that they would all of a sudden now want to share out the plan of salvation for people to come to know Christ a quarter of the way or a third of the way through this devotional. Like, we've talked about God and Jesus a lot so far. So why in the world would we be now talking about salvation? And boy, sorry, if you hear thundering footsteps, it's because my dog decided to do laps. Okay, sorry. The word salvation in this context is not what you think it is. So when I read the verse, many of you would probably go, oh, yes, I have been saved, I have accepted Christ, I'm good, and you move it aside. You don't let the scripture soak in and ponder it. The word salvation is used in two different ways in the dictionary. Deliverance from the power and effects of sin, and 2, liberation from ignorance and illusion. Salvation is saving something or someone from something. It dawned on me in this devotional when she talked about salvation, not in the sense of you need to accept Christ, although yes, if you are a person who is watching these lookUP devotions, I hope that you will message me, and I hope you will ponder for a moment the life-changing decision of following Christ, because I can honestly attest that it has rocked my world, and it has taken me on a roller coaster of exciting pieces, highs and lows, and it has changed me. But this message isn't about salvation in the pray this prayer and you will accept Christ. This verse, again, get ready to blow your mind, talks about salvation is found in Jesus Christ only. And that means all the things that we are trying to get saved from, here's what I mean. Are you seeking a relationship or your marriage or the relationship with your mother or your father or sibling to, in essence, save you? If that thing would just be healed, then I would be okay. Or if my husband or my wife would just see me and appreciate me and love me, I would be better. I would be whole. I would be okay. If my parents finally said that they loved me and that they were proud of me, then that I would be saved in essence. Or not relationally. Let's say if your job, if I just can get that one job that I am praying for and begging for, then my life will be set. Or if I can just make it to that level in my career, then I will be set. I will be whole. I will be okay. Or about finances, if I can just pay off our debt, then I will be at peace. Or if I can just pay for my kids to go to college and not have to do student loans, then I will be okay. That terminology that we put in our brain is we are seeking salvation from those things. And Scripture very clearly says that salvation comes from no one but Christ. Let that sit there for a little bit. The things you are seeking to fill you and to make you whole will not work. They won't. Salvation comes from Christ alone. I don't know where you are today, and I don't know what you are seeking. I don't know what you are driving towards, and I don't, literally or figuratively, what are the things you are seeking to make you whole? And then hear what Scripture says about that. Your salvation, your deliverance or your liberation, the actual definition of the word salvation, in finding yourself, your wholeness will not come from anything but Christ. Salvation is found in no one else. No job, no relationship, no financial status, no location. In no one else, nothing else. For there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we will be saved. Thank you, Devotional, for bringing truth to my world. I hope that this rocks you where you are. I hope, as is my hope always, that you will hear God speak to you through these messages. It's not about the Sarah show. I am trying to share with you the truths that God is giving me. And I'm very honest when I say, this blew my mind. I just told you, when I first read the verse and started the devotional, I thought, why are they doing a plan of salvation in the middle of, or in the quarter of the way through this devotional? Shouldn't we already be Christians if we're reading the devotional? Sarah, seriously. I did not realize that the word salvation really does mean liberation and deliverance from seeking validation from things that are not of God. Whatever you are striving for today and whatever you are chasing after, realize that your struggle and your efforts will not get you what you are seeking. Salvation comes from God alone. Reprieve, truth, wholeness only comes from your relationship with God. Wherever you are today and whatever you are experiencing, I hope this message finds you and brings truth to your day. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, may this bring you joy and laughter and love when you look up.